Hey guys, my name's Rhonda and I recently started making videos for YouTube. So far I've only done videos on fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue, but I've got several other topics that I'm planning on discussing. Today I just want to do a general video on some of the things that I've seen on YouTube. Prior to making videos, I looked at several other people's videos on YouTube just to kind of get an idea of what I wanted my videos to look like, what I wanted to say, and what comments and stuff to expect, things like that. And I just have to say that some of the comments that I've seen you people post on videos relating to chronic illnesses is just incredibly wrong. I mean, I was looking at a video just today. A girl had decided to document her pretty much her life, living with chronic fatigue, chronic pain, and etc. And they were all very raw videos. I mean, she's not wearing makeup. She's, obviously dressed like somebody that's feeling very ill. And she's crying most of the time. And somebody had the nerve to go on one of those videos and say, "Dang, you're ugly. How far did you fall from the ugly tree?" Comments like that. And I just could not believe it. I mean, here this girl is who is doing what so many people with chronic illnesses can't do. She's giving us a voice. She's showing people exactly what these chronic illnesses look like, how they feel, things, just really bringing a face to the illness. And then somebody has the nerve to go on there and make fun of her because she didn't feel like putting on makeup. It's wrong. We people with chronic illnesses, we get ridiculed for everything. If we wear makeup and we do get dressed and we put up our hair, we're normal. There's nothing wrong with us. We're just being lazy. But if we don't wear makeup and we walk around in sweatpants and pajamas and whatever, then we're disgusting and unattractive and ugly. It's a catch-22. How do we win? Never. We never win. We get ridiculed for anything and everything that we do. It's like our lives are under a microscope constantly, whether it be by our loved ones or by complete strangers. Everybody has something to say, some sort of advice to give on how we should live our lives. Oh, if you would just wake up at 9 o'clock every morning and don't sleep in, and the first thing you do is exercise, you'll feel so much better throughout the rest of the day. Yeah, I've tried that. I still try that. I at least try to stretch every morning when I get up. I realize with chronic fatigue that it is important for me to kind of set a pattern on when I go to bed and when I wake up, and I try to stick by that, but it doesn't always work. And I certainly don't need somebody that barely even knows me telling me how I need to live my life and how many hours I need to sleep at night. Fortunately, I've got a wonderful husband. God bless him. He understands to the best of his ability. And for you husbands out there and for spouses, because I know men have chronic illnesses too, I would just really suggest doing a Google search, reading books, things like that, of how you can relate to your spouse that has a chronic illness, because these things are really important. Sufferers of chronic illnesses feel alone. We feel alone, we feel helpless, oftentimes hopeless, frustrated, just all these things. And so to have a loved one in our life that is on our side, that wants to understand and that wants to help us, is very, very helpful. We don't always have great ways of showing how much we appreciate it, because you have to realize when we're living in pain constantly, sometimes it's hard to let somebody know how much we appreciate them. That's something that I kind of need to work on personally. But I appreciate my husband very much. We've got a total of 4 kids, and so things can get pretty hectic around here. And when I'm laid up in bed because I'm having such a bad flare-up that I can't do anything, it puts a lot of stress on him. So, honey, if you're watching this, I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for all that you do. Moving on, there was another comment that I saw by a nurse who had posted on somebody's video that she was a BSer, bull, and that she did not know what chronic pain was at all, and that this nurse had been in a car accident, and until the chronic pain sufferer could walk in her shoes, be in a car accident, etc., she had no clue what real pain was. Yeah. In 2010, I was in a car accident. I'm actually very lucky to be alive today. I was in a neck brace for 3 months. Happy, stop it. Sorry, my dog's going crazy. I was in a neck brace for 3 months. I have a total of 5 herniated discs in my neck and back. They're not just slightly herniated, they're very bad. I am a candidate for surgery, but it's a very extensive surgery, and there's just many, many reasons why I've put it off this long. But yeah, like, I know what back pain feels like. I know what neck pain feels like, and it's not fun. To this nurse, I just want to say, I understand that you're in pain, but to go on somebody's video, to seek her out, to watch her video, to see her cry, to see her put herself out there and tell people what her life is like, and then to ridicule her and to tell her that she's just an attention seeker, that she has no idea what real pain is, and stuff like that. My question to you is, what are you doing by putting yourself out there and complaining about your pain on her video? Is that not seeking attention? There's so many people out there that don't believe in chronic illnesses, and I get that. I understand. Unless you're there, unless you know somebody that's there, it's hard to wrap your head around an illness that on many spectrums doesn't exist, but it does. It really does. I would give anything to be able to have a normal life, to not have to worry about making plans in 2 days because, gee, I don't know if I'll be feeling well. Do you know how many friends I've lost over the last 3 years or so because I've had to cancel plans so many times? People don't want to stick around when you're constantly blowing them off and whatnot, and it's a really lonely feeling, So we've already got so many things, negative things, weighing against us, and then we have to listen to people just constantly ridicule us and criticize us. So, yeah, I know what real pain is. I've got the back pain, I've got the neck pain and whatnot, but I also know what chronic pain is, and chronic pain is very real. And honestly, I would rather live with the 5 herniated discs than to have fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue, hands down. I'm not trying to lighten up a car accident. I know that that's a very serious thing, and I don't want people, sending me all sorts of hate mail because I'm saying that. So I just want to clarify that I'm not saying that car accident pain and back pain and stuff like that isn't real or whatever, that it doesn't matter. I'm trying to show you that all these pains are relevant. They all matter. And anybody that claims to be in pain should have the respect of at least being believed, or at the very least, not being ridiculed. If you don't believe that I'm in pain, if you don't believe in chronic illnesses, just keep your comments to yourself, because we hear them by everybody else anyway. We don't need to hear them from you, complete strangers in YouTube land, Again, this is, I guess, has kind of turned into a rant. I didn't intend for it to be that way, but, yeah. So if you haven't seen my video, My Life is a Pain, Living with Chronic Fatigue, and Living with Fibromyalgia and Chronic Fatigue, please do so. I also just made a video about supplements for fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue, and I've got some other videos in the works. It's just all going to depend on how I'm feeling and when I can get them made. So, with that being said, I just want to wish you all a very blessed day. Thank you for watching, and gentle hugs.